even though I'm in a Liverpool kit right now, today we are saying no to the top 5 leagues of Europe and focusing on all the leagues, the beautiful footballing leagues outside of the top 5 within Europe, putting all their best teams into one league, competing within it with the worst team, trying to rebuild it and come up with an amazing journey. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about. When you go on FIFA, you can sort the teams down here by just the leagues themselves, and I have excluded every top 5 league and only added in the ones outside of the top 5 within Europe. And you can see at the top of this list, Sporting and Ajax seem to be the 2 strongest teams. I put all these teams into the Eredivisie down to the 18th position, the 18th place team on this list. And now we're about to have some fun with these teams. I can't wait to see how competitive this is going to be. These teams have incredible talents in all of them. The way this is going to go is I'm going to choose the team with the lowest budget. I have no idea which one it is. AEK 10, 14 million. They are the worst ones so far. 11 million on Rangers. Okay, that's a very low budget. And then I'm seeing a 9 million budget on Sparta Praha. That could be the one. Well, guys, looks like I will be taking over the club from the Czech Republic, Sparta Praha. I am excited to take over you in this incredible league. In this video specifically, I want to put basically a big spotlight on all these teams outside of the top 5 because they don't get enough respect.
Respect is nice.
So for that reason, I've chosen this idea of a rebuild, and also to emphasize it even more, we are only allowed to sign players that play for these clubs in this league. And the best way to possibly pull this off is we have to go ahead and have like the Bayern mentality. If you guys know, Bayern Munich tends to buy all the best players within their league. That's how they basically maintain their strength throughout the years. And they get a couple of players from the outside as well, like a Sadio Mane, for example. But of course, I want this Sparta team to be incredible. I'm going to keep as many players from this team as I can. If they are great players, they are going to stick to us. And when we go into the squad hub and sort by age, we can see immediately Karabek, big player, 17 years old, 72 rated. I like that. Vitic, 70 rated, 18 years old. Logic, let's go. I do think, though, that in real life, he actually joined Bayer Leverkusen, if I'm not mistaken. But still, we want to put some emphasis on these young players from the Czech Republic. So we're going to try and keep him around here. Then we have, who's this? Chvanchara? Is that how you say his name? I probably said it completely wrong. 71 rated. Suchek we have right here. Is this like a brother to the Suchek from West Ham, I believe it is? That'd be quite interesting. Minchev, 71. So we do have a couple of youngsters here for sure. Krejci, ooh, that's a good one. Wiesner on the right back position. Hanko, he's apparently going to be joining Feyenoord in the upcoming days. If you have any of the clubs right here as the club you support, let me know in the comments down below, guys. How much or how many games of your club do you actually go out there and watch? Because I personally, when I was living in Turkey back in the day, I was a huge Fenerbahce fan. I was watching all of their games all the time, and I never even knew about the Premier League. I want to know from you guys, if you support any of these clubs right here or any of the teams that are within the leagues that these teams play in, let me know your thoughts on those leagues. Do they get enough respect or not? I feel like they just really don't, and only the big name clubs like Ajax do. I feel like there should be a lot more respect given to the other clubs in here as well. Starting off with a banger, a Dutch talent, Robin Evers, coming in from the Youth Academy, 72 rated. We take that. He is looking like a solid talent. Isn't the highest rated player in our team immediately, so that's a good thing. But I need to come up with a formation to use the best players here, because technically I would like to keep Karabek and also Hlojek in the starting 11. Hlojek can also play as a striker. We don't necessarily have a very high rated striker in the team, so I am assuming I'm going to put him into the striker position, since that is a position he can play in. And then maybe the new talent from the Youth Academy takes over that left midfield position. He is 72 rated in there. In a striking position, gets a downgrade. He does have somewhat decent shooting, gets a +1 as a left wing. That is something that we might change, but I do like the setup of this team, man. This 4-2-3-1 might just work out for the squad, or do I go and have some fun right here and go with a 3 at the back? Because 3 at the back, I feel like I get to use a couple more players that I normally wouldn't really use. So let's try something different. Go with a different type of formation that's a bit more fun. This looks like a fun one. 3-5-1-1. Why not? 2 new signings are making their way into this team. Both of them from Portuguese clubs. One of them from Sporting, Ugarte, a midfielder that I wanted in this squad because he can be a quality CDM. And the other one coming in from Benfica in the name of Morato. How did I facilitate these deals? Well, guys, we have sold on a couple of players to make things possible. Let me show you right here. So Morato coming in for 12 million. Haraslin going to Dortmund for around 12 million. And I remember his name. I 100% used this guy in one of my career modes back in the day for sure. I remember that name big time. I don't know which one it is though, which career mode it was. Ugarte coming in for 11.3 million. Panak has gone, 25-year-old centre-back, to give some of our younger centre-backs play time. Polidar has gone because we changed to 3 at the back. I don't need a left-back. Ulis has left the club to Brentford. Pulkrap over to Preston, and Cheluska has gone as well since he's 32 years old. So now we have an 8 million budget remaining in the club, but we have brought in some quality players in my opinion. So Ugarte is better at CDM, so I'm going to change him to a CDM for this team. Morato takes over the central position in that centre-back trio. And with Hanko being a left-footed centre-back there as well, that's perfect. Vitic, right-footed. He plays that right centre-back role, and he is the lowest-rated player in our team. There's only one player that I'm looking to try and get rid of, and it is Nita. He is 34 years old, 78 rated. If I can get some good money for him or use him on a swap deal plus money to get in someone who's possibly lower rated but with more upside, I will do so. I have made my choice. It is Anatoly Trubin coming in from Shakhtar Donetsk, who will be our goalkeeper for, hopefully, throughout this entire rebuild. He comes in as a 72 rated, 19-year-old, 6'6" tall goalkeeper, joining Sparta Praha right here. And I'm excited to have him in the squad. Nita will be sold. Trubin goes in goal. It is a little bit of a downgrade for sure, which will cause us troubles. But I do still believe that we can somewhat compete here. Hopefully, this will be a good season. Wiesner, by the way, is now going to be a right midfielder. I didn't want to sell him. I wanted to keep him, and he's a right midfielder for us very, very soon. So the first season in the Challenger League, let's say it like that, we are now in 5th position. Okay, so Sparta Praha in 5th and 52 points on us. Who has gotten last? Rangers. Oh, wow. They were the Europa League finalists, you know. That's a shame to see down to that position. That's a huge shocker to me. Up top, we have Sporting, who have won it. Ajax only 4th, which surprises me. Galatasaray and Club Brugge in that 3rd position. I'm going to go through this once again because I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of people out there that want to see where their teams finished. But I'm very happy with that position for us, man. 5th, that's great. And the team itself, Lojek, 82. Karabek, 77. Wiesner, 77. Right midfielder, exactly his position. Evers up to a 76. Sacek looking good in centre mid. Probably will replace him in the next season. I do want someone more exciting in there because that person needs to score goals and assists, but I'll check his stats in a second. Krejci, 80 rated. Ugarte 79, Vitic only a +3. Probably should bring in another centre-back there that is going to be on the level of a Morato or Hanko. Trubin up to a 74, which is decent considering I have sold all the other goalkeepers already. So that's not too bad. Our goalkeeper not being that high rated made it tougher, but we made it happen. Lojek 16 and 3. Peshek, what the hell? Why is he playing? Oh, the game played him over Wiesner. Oh, I mean, Wiesner still got 28 games, you know. That's still good. So I need to sell this guy for sure. I thought I sold him, but apparently I didn't. Hanko on 35 games. Well done for him. Evers only 4 goal contributions, but he's still going to be an exciting prospect next season, I assume, if he comes down from potential to be special. But coming in 5th in our first season in the Challenger League, that is not too bad. So let's see if we can do even better next time around. Let's start off with the new transfers for season 2. And there is the one transfer I'm going to make this season because we actually didn't have that much money. It is Bragança coming into that center midfield position to take over and push us forward. A little bit more of a creative player for sure. And he comes in from Sporting. Once again, another player from the Portuguese leagues. We seem to focus on them a lot. So that means Vitic survives for another season. 74 rated at this stage. I really hope he can keep up with the lads and at least get to like a 77 or 78. My phone is obviously going off. Let me take this. Just a little bit of an update. That right midfielder that took away playtime from Wiesna has now been sold for 21.3 million. And as I'm talking about the Challenger League, so to say, back when I used to watch like Fener, my fondest memory, which is something like I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below as well, because I do read through them. I want to know from you, like, for me, my best experience as a person that didn't watch top 5 leagues football at all back in the day when I lived in Turkey was when Fenerbahce played Inter in the Champions League it was, and David, the Brazilian, scored an absolute belter from like, I don't know how far out. The entire stadium erupted. It is some of the most incredible fan scenery I've seen in Turkey for years and years now. The atmosphere back in the day, in my opinion, used to be much better. Yes, they are still incredibly loud and incredibly aggressive as fans, I guess you could say, in Turkey. But back in the day, man, you kind of felt like there was hope that the teams could actually pull off something great. Hopefully, Turkish football gets back up to that level again. But that strike from David or the goals from Alex de Souza against like CSKA Moscow and stuff, I will forever remember those moments. So yeah, let me know your fondest memories as we go through this. Now we are set up for the season. I'm ready to go. Bragança is here. I do have 24 million, but I do want to give Vitic his chance. And maybe next season, if he doesn't do well enough, we'll upgrade that position as well. So here we are, 2023, second season is over, and oh, we have performed worse. And this is something we have to keep in mind. A lot of these clubs that we're playing against right here have a bunch of talents that get very, very strong as well. Like Ajax, for example. I'm not surprised they're first right here because they have an insane amount of talents in their squad. They probably got like a +5 from where we started this rebuild. So it's not going to get easier as we need to go on until that point where our players breach like that 85, 86 rating area, because then I think our starting 11 compared to the rest is going to be much better. But I might be wrong on this. We'll see what happens. Sparta Praha this time on 53 points, 7th in the league. Ajax wins it. Fener coming in 3rd, gets in. And then at the bottom, we have Galatasaray with only 28 points. That is a huge letdown for the Turkish fans, but we have Flojek here, the captain, with 86, Karabek 80, Bragança, nice growth there, Krejci up to an 83, Ugarte 82, Wiesna 80, Evers 81, Hanko is looking very solid, Trubin up by +3, I believe, Morato up to an 82, Vitic up to the 77 that I desired, but still, he is by far the worst player in the team, apart from our goalkeeper, where we don't necessarily have too much of a choice with other goalkeepers without making it boring. Like, I don't want to go and get Diogo Costa right now. So Trubin is the one for me. But I like that the team has done somewhat well in terms of growth. In terms of performance, there we go. Blojek 26 and 4, Evers 12 and 6, Bragança 6 and 4, Karabek with the 5 and 7. There's only like 5 good performers. That is worrying. In terms of growth, I don't like to see that. So I really, really need the team to step it up very soon. We need to start dominating. And maybe it's just the formation being a weird one that holds us back right now. But I'm going to dedicate myself to this. Well, guys, look at this. I have no idea how we got into the Europa League. But we are in the Europa League final, which is good enough for me. I don't even remember what happened. Did we win like a cup or something? Because as far as I can remember, last season wasn't necessarily great, right? But Europa League final, here we are against AS Monaco. The team, Blojek 90, El Capitan, Karabek on an 84. I do need to improve his shooting for sure because it's awful. Wiesna on an 85, Evers on an 85, Bragança, Ugarte, and Krejci making up that great midfield that we have. And at the back, Vitic above 80. Let's go. And Trubin as well. That is not too bad. And you know what? The guys on the bench, look at these. 78, 77. I like that. Suchek on a 76, Pavelka on a 73. This guy on a 76 as well. I think he came back from loan. I never really paid attention to any of these guys, but we do have a somewhat okay bench. I do appreciate that. And now, let's take a look into the stats before we go into the Europa League final. If we win it, we qualify for Champions League football. Lojek 41-7, Braganza 35-15. That's the type of centre midfielder I wanted. That's why we got him into the team. Unbelievable 50 goal contributions. Are you freaking kidding me? 2 players nearly getting that 50 there. Evers 18-16, his best season so far. Wiesner with the 12 assists, Karabik with the 11 assists. Guys, this has been a banging year for us. Love to see that. Now, let's take a look at the league table here as well. So the Challenger League, we got ourselves third, 65 points still, 11 points behind Benfica. Ajax only getting 9th. At the bottom of the league, we have Rangers again. Wow. The other Prague team here, the other team from Prague, I should say, down in the 17th. Club Brugge on 16th. Fener Trabzon on 15 and 14, struggling. Gala reviving themselves up to the 8th position. Quite good to see that there's a lot of competition going on here. But now, can we beat one of the top 5 leagues teams? And actually saying top 5, I think there was a period of time where it might still be that way. The Portuguese league is ahead of Ligue 1. So technically, yeah, they are top 5. Like AS Monaco isn't top 5 technically. But I don't know if it has changed or not yet. But anyways, who cares? Here it goes. Come on. Yes! Let's go. Suchek, Evers, and who? Hello? Can I scroll down? Yes, we can. Lojek, of course. That is a big win, guys. Our first massive trophy has been secured. We have won the Europa League before even winning the league we play in. That once again shows how competitive this league actually is. Look, I don't want to be that guy, but the Youth Academy talent is gone. I have let him go to bring in a player from an Eredivisie team. It is Noni Madueke, the Englishman playing for PSV Eindhoven. With Cody Gakpo potentially leaving PSV, he might have to take on a bigger role within that squad. In terms of an overall, by the way, this is a -1 downgrade, but I did want to bring in a new player into the squad, and I did go through the team, and I realized, you know what? I haven't necessarily brought in too many players into this team. I mean, we have Morato, who we brought in, Ugarte, Braganza, and that's pretty much it. So, and Trubin, by the way. But the team itself that we overtook, a really good team, by the way. Like, really, genuinely strong side. Obviously, they lost out on players like Lojek, but yeah, man, I do like this team. It's a solid lineup, and Madueke now is to play on that left midfield position for us. I'll change his position in a second, but I think we needed a new face, and we have one. Champions League footy, here we are. March 2025, 3-0 victory against an Italian giant there in Roma. Quarterfinals against Man City. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's a bit of a letdown because I kind of hoped, you know what, maybe it works out already. But the Challenger League giants right here in our squad have not been able to pull it off, but we have won the league title. Let's go. Finally, man. 80 points on us. It has been one of the most competitive rebuilds so far, I'll tell you that much, because it doesn't normally take us this long to get to the top of the league. At the bottom of the league, we have Rangers again. AEK Athens on 31, Shakhtar on 32, Celtic only 15th. They are struggling out there. But Porto, Benfica, and Sporting in the top 4, showcasing the Portuguese teams are doing really well over here. So congratulations to them, but also congratulations to this beautiful looking team. 92, 88, 90. Get in one of those players that doesn't have this type of potential at all. Madueke 87, Braganza 90, Ugarte 88, Krejci 89, 90 rated. Hanko at the back. Trubin only a +2. That is a bit of a letdown. Vitic only 84. I genuinely would argue that these guys are maybe possibly holding us back at this stage. But the issue is, if I buy any more players for this squad specifically, most of them are like from Portuguese teams. I don't just want to be buying Portuguese team players. I could though. Hold on. Ajax is in this league, right? So next season, if I have the cash, I could go for this man right here. He should, 83. He's not even higher rated than Vitic. What a joke. Well, forget about that. We're going to keep Vitic and we're going to keep Trubin. I want this team to succeed. And looking at the squad hub, Do we see 50 goal contributions again? No, we do not. 25 in 11 from Wiesner on right midfield. What a guy. Bložek 24 in 3. Madueke 20 in 7. Braganza again incredible in that center midfield role. This guy has changed the shape of this squad, man. He is just perfect for this formation, it seems. Very happy with his addition into the squad. But now I would like to see us get past that quarterfinal in which we failed in this season. 2 players coming into our team this season, and they will be backups. Abdülkadir Ömür coming in as a backup for the center attacking midfield position. 82 rated, had to pay 40 million for this guy right here, which is a huge purchase, of course. And then we also brought in Mudryk, a player from Shakhtar that is wanted by a lot of teams lately. At first, it was Bayer Leverkusen. Now I'm hearing that a couple of Prem teams are interested in this young man. It is going to be quite interesting to see where he actually ends up. He is very talented, very good on the ball, skillful as well. Could be an interesting one to watch out for if he finally gets his move away and we see him play more often in a league that we all are more familiar with. Obviously, with Shakhtar Donetsk and the Ukraine situation, things are a little bit tough right now. But he joins our team to help us get better and help us win that big trophy. Lads, it's a joke. It's a freaking joke. We didn't even make it through the group stages of Champions League football. We also just lost in the Europa League, which we dropped down to in the round of 16, I believe it is. I mean, what is this team doing? What is going wrong in this squad right now? Let's take a look at it. Who did we lose against here? We lost against Hibs, dude. Hibs, really? How? How are we losing these games? Look at this ridiculous team. It's basically all 90 plus. Is it really just that goalkeeper position? Is there really that much emphasis on just that position, man? A team is not just the goalkeeper. Wiesner, again, incredible. And the rest of the team, you know what? These guys haven't really performed to the level I expected them to. I'm actually really disappointed here. And at least we are in that second spot in the league. So we will try and qualify for Champions League football once again and get much further. But this season is a huge letdown. I thought this was the one in which we get to the Champions League final, but clearly I was completely wrong. At the bottom of the league this time, it's Trabzon. We have gone through the qualifying stages in the summer months, and actually not summer months, September, and we have qualified for Champions League football. Now, that's an easy opponent right there. I assume we won the first game because I didn't pay attention, but we won the second game. That's the round of 16. Quarterfinals, 3-0 win against Atletico. That's kind of big. 4-1. Ah, mate, this team's pissed. This team is like, yeah, that last season, that was a fluke. We're going to get past Barcelona as well. Getting Real Madrid in the finals. We couldn't have picked a bigger opponent. The Challenger League Giants have done it, and now they're going to be up against the Champions League Giants. Lads, this should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to take on Real Madrid right here. And our team should be insane at this stage. It really, really should be. Our team is on 69 points only. 69 goals scored.
Yeah, boy.
42 conceded, which is still a little bit more than some other teams I see here. Olympiacos coming in second. Shakhtar Donetsk on that third position. I have not seen these teams up there yet. And at the bottom, we have Braga. Rangers, not last for once. Congratulations, guys. You've pulled it off. And now let's take a look at the squad itself. I mean, come on. This squad is just ridiculous. I can't wait to play. I am so excited to try use these players now. I mean, we have a bunch of left-footed players, by the way. Like, how many do we have? 1, 2. Wiesner, are you left-footed by any chance? No. 3, 4, 5, 6 left-footed players. That's kind of huge. And the bench is looking all right. Abdülkadir Ömür and Mudryk with some decent stats on them still. And the top scorers, I am expecting someone to have done really well, but the rest... Oh, actually, Bložek, 29 and 7. Wiesner, 21 and 10. Karabek, 21 and 15. And then we have Madueke with the 13 and 4. Braganza, a little bit chill this time around, 7 and 7. We are not seeing the 50 goal contribution seasons anymore, but hey, the competition is tough, and we had to go ahead and do our best in the Champions League to get to exactly where we're at right now. Real Madrid against Braga. Now, though, for today's recording, the Liverpool game is about to start in like an hour or two. I'm going to stop. I'll be back tomorrow morning and recording, and you guys will see it from there. For you, it's just a millisecond, but for me, it's a lot of time that has passed, and I'll be talking about the Liverpool game later on, I would assume. Unless I forget because I'm tired or something. Who knows? Let's go. So, here we are on the next day. I'm still wearing this Liverpool shirt just so we can talk about what happened. We suck. We absolutely suck. Our team, man, I don't even know what to say at this stage. Liverpool, first 2 games, drawing against teams we shouldn't draw against. Then coming up against Manchester United, who were last on the league table, looked absolutely awful. And we made them look like prime Liverpool, pressing us into the ground and never giving us any space to breathe. And we lost 2-1. And honestly, lads, like that midfield of Henderson, Milner, and Elliott, it's just bad. It's just bad. And if you looked at the bench for Liverpool, there was only Fabinho. The rest of the bench was freaking awful. So, yeah, man, I really hope Liverpool goes out there and buys a bunch of players because we have way too many players that are injury prone. You have players like Joel Matip, you have players like Thiago, Naby Keita. These guys get injured for half a season all the time. And man, you can't rely on these people. So I desperately hope that Liverpool especially go out there and buy themselves a midfielder. Like, it has to happen. People are getting absolutely pissed that after these results, the owners will have a lot of pressure. They have to go out there and do something because no one's going to be firing Jurgen Klopp, that's for sure. We're getting beaten for pace down the wings. Good ball inside, and our man chests it away. Beautifully done. I believe that was Hanko. No, it's actually Vitic. He's quite large, isn't he? Vitic, good defending. He's basically saying thank you for believing in him and not replacing him with the likes of Timber and such. So that's good to see. We do seem to have quite a tall team, by the way. That's something I'm just realizing. But here we go down the wing with Madueke. Madueke, he has that pace to get in behind. Hlojek and the boys in the center. Cross coming in. That's beautiful. No one's going to pick that up apart from this man right here. Over to Ugarte. Ugarte running forward. I want to cross it in one more time. Hlojek at the far post. That's me with Karabek. He gets onto it. Ah, mate. Real Madrid survived that one nicely. Solid press from the team. Karabek with some space given to him. Gotta score that. I feel like we should have struck that one into the top left immediately. Courtois wasn't in the perfect position either, but Real Madrid are still in this game. Yes, beautiful steal. Oh, what a ball that is. Into Bragança. Bragança. Oh, that's beautiful. Go on, Hlojek. Get in there. Get in there, pal. I'm looking for you. Why am I not able to find him if I'm looking for him? Come on, Hlojek. Lobs it over to the defender and try something fancy. Why not? Ah, the interception did not work. That's a quality ball over to Vinny Jr., who's luckily not able to pull that one off. The first half is just over. I am somewhat okay with the way the team plays, but expected goals-wise, Real Madrid is ahead, so we got to do a little bit better with the chances that we create. Ah, good ball. No! Bad defending. Let's go. Whew. Hanko, I needed that, mate. That was huge. That was absolutely massive. Here we go. Hlojek. Oh, down the left. Whoa, down the right, actually. Wiesner. That's a great ball into him. Wiesner, the original. Yes. Get in, mate. He's the one to score the goal. What a pass from the left to the right. He made that run to perfection, was completely open, realizes that there's a lot of space to get into, and he has done so. Let's take a look at this once again. That pass right there is unbelievable. I believe it might have been Karabek who played it. Yes, it was. He gets the assist. Wiesner gets the finish. Both originals from this squad. By the way, he has 14 goals in 17 matches of Champions League football. That right mid right there could become the top scorer. Uh-oh. Hello. Too much space. Too much space. Wow. Okay. I can't say anything against that. That's just a ridiculous goal from Rodrigo. We barely ever concede goals like these where they just smash it off the crossbar and in. But man, that Real Madrid team has so many talents in it. Vinny Jr., Rodrigo, Vitinha is in there as well. And of course, Federico Valverde. Is it Federico? I always say Ernesto for some reason. It's the coach's name, isn't it? Rodrigo into the top left. No chance for the keeper or the defense. We got to do better. We have runners now. In the center again. Lojek gets it. Lojek, good pass inside needed. Oh, this is football. This is just great. 2-1 in the lead. We have done it, lads. Oh, mate, that was such a good attack. Braganza this time in the attack, taking part and scoring. The passing play was just quality. Look at this one more time. Kloje takes it around the defenders, sees Karabek making a run. Karabek with another assist for himself in this massive game. And Braganza won't miss from that close, that's for sure. Here we go now, Karabek. Karabek once again, this time over the top to Klojek. Klojek, the strength in this man. The strength in him. No one really gets past defenders like that for me. When I play those through balls, as soon as they run into their opponent's back, they kind of like stay behind them. But this man's brute strength has helped us to run through and score anyways. Karabek now with 3 assists in a Champions League final. What more could you ask for? This is an amazing team, man. Physically, they are way too strong for our opponents. And just quality-wise as well. This team is just ridiculous. Here we go. Down the wing. We are open again. It's Madueke. Madueke from PSV Eindhoven. No one's attacking him. Okay. If you guys don't want to attack me, I'll take it. 4-1 in the 90th minute. This one is finished. We have dominated Real Madrid in a way I did not expect. It's been a couple of tough weeks as a Liverpool fan, but the FIFA content keeps me alive. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as we do go on and lift this big trophy. Once again, it was very competitive to put this Challenger League together. You could tell that the teams were growing along the years and they have a bunch of talents in there. But this man, Lojek, is going to be lifting that trophy for us. We have pulled it off with the club that had the lowest budget within that league, and it was a joy to go through this. I hope you guys had a good time on this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care and peace.